Hello, my name is Kelly. I'm the Mathematic Plumber, and today's video is going to focus on waterline sizing with the small commercial method. We will be using the 2015 National Plumbing Code of Canada to do our waterline sizing. Let's turn over to section 2.6 in the Plumbing Code, and we're looking for table 2632A, sizing of water distribution systems. Now we got a bunch of different rows here that we need to pay attention to, so let's go through those. Well, you're going to notice that in the private and public section, there is a hot and cold column. Now, we're never going to use either of those. We're only ever going to use the total column. This table references a few things, starting at the left-hand side, the fixture or device, moving over the minimum size of water supply in inches. The next, the hot and cold we don't care about. The total column, though, references the total hydraulic load expressed in fixture units. Fixture unit is just a special number for sizing and designing water systems. Now let's look at the bathtub with or without shower head. If we look in the private column, it's only calling for 1.4 fixture units. But over in the public column, it's 4 fixture units. What they're suggesting is in a public building, that bathtub will have more water usage. So you design the piping a little bit bigger. Now let's look over at the lavatory. You're going to notice there's two different rows. The first one is 8.3 liters per minute or less, and the next one is greater than 8.3 liters per minute. This just allows for lavs to be sized with different flow rates. But you will notice on the 8.3 liters per minute or less, in the private column, the total fixture unit load is 0.7. But when you take that same faucet and you go greater than 8.3 liters per minute, it's at 1 fixture unit. But you go over into the public side and it doesn't matter. It's 2 fixture units for each on the public side for lavs. Flush tank water closets have two different designations. The first one is 6 liters per flush or less, coming in at 2.2 fixture units for both public and private systems. When you go down to greater than 6 liters per flush, what you will notice on the private side is 3 fixture units, on the public side is 5 fixture units. The last two fixtures we want to talk about are urinal with direct flush valve and water closet with direct flush valve. You're going to see they don't give you any fixture units for that, but they give you a little footnote number 6. If you read that, the footnote will direct you to 2 other tables. Let's look at those tables. Let's look at table 2632B. Sizing of water distribution systems for urinals with direct flush valves. There's a few pieces of information here. On the far left column, number of valves or number of urinals. In the middle, individual fixture units. So meaning I have 1 urinal, I need to count 20 fixture units for it. And let's go down to 2 urinals. That second urinal will be 15 fixture units. But if you move over to the right-hand side there, fixture units in cumulative values. So if I have 2 urinals, that is 35 fixture units combined. And we'll just continue down the list. If I have a third urinal, we will count 10 fixture units for that. The fourth urinal, we will count 8 fixture units for that. But when we get to 5, we are just going to count 5 each for any more than that. The next table is 2632C, sizing of water distribution systems for water closets with direct flush valves. This is going to look very similar to the urinals one, but with bigger fixture unit loads. For example, you have 1 valve, 40 fixture units. If you go down to 2 valves or 2 water closets, you have 30 fixture units going to the second water closet and a cumulative value of 70. And so on and so forth down the list. Now when we get to 5 or more, we see 10 for each public use and 6 for each private use. Whenever we're sizing a direct flush valve in class, we're going to be going for public use. So 40, 30, 20, 15, 10 throughout the rest. And once again, we have the cumulative values on the far right hand side there. Now you may be asking the question, why are these fixture unit values so high for direct flush valves? And why, if you only have 1 of them, are they just through the roof high? Well, that comes down to just considering this scenario. You have a commercial building with only one water closet. That water closet is going to get a great deal of use. But if you had a bank of, say, 4 water closets in the same bathroom, people are going to be able to pick and choose, and you're less likely to have all the water closets running at the same time, maybe 1 or 2. So all 4 of them get a little bit less use. So just think about it that way.